I didn't realize my body could change so much. Each advanced body class, something's changed from my body that was completely unexpected or just weird, and after each class my body just feels so good. Like, I never used to like beer or wine, and after one class my body really started enjoying it, which is odd. And then there's just things that I always thought wouldn't change, like structurally with my body or how my body, it was just how my body was. And after attending advanced body class, they were just gone. And it was like months later I realized, I'm like, oh yeah, that isn't there anymore.
I didn't realize the degree to which my body could change from the very first body class that I took, which was bars, when I had my bars run for the first time, and all the pain that I've been experiencing for what seemed like years just simply disappeared. And all the way through the body processes and foundation, the body processes in the 3-day body classes, and then especially in the advanced body class, I didn't realize the degree to which my body has the capacity to let go of things, to morph and change, to heal, to invite me, the being, to more space. You wouldn't do this for what reason?
I had no idea that my body speaks to me so loud, and that when actually I listen to it, my life gets way easier.
Before using the tools of Access, I didn't realize my body could talk to me. I never listened. In fact, it used to scream at me when I was a long distance runner and I was taking pain pills just so I could continue running, and I never thought to ask, like, what are you telling me? What other type of movement would you like? And later in my life, when I started doing yoga and my whole body relaxed and was so much happier, I had never realized it was giving me messages the whole time.
I didn't realize that my body was so aware. Just really having a certain level of gratitude for my body that I never had before. I don't judge my body the way that I used to. And the yummy part is, it's like I turn myself on now. Not in the way that your crazy mind just went, but it's like just being with my body, moving through space, the level of presence that I have with my body that I didn't have before I started taking these body classes, it's just incredible. The level of turn on. I feel like I'm a teenager again, but not in all the stupid ways.
You start to get younger. You start to feel younger, be younger, look younger, act younger. Your body's younger. I do things now that I couldn't do 30 years ago with the kind of ease I have now, and I shouldn't be able to do that based on this reality. It's amazing what my body is and what it can do.
I didn't know my body had awareness of the future. When there was floods here a few months ago, just before the floods, probably about a week before, I was perceiving like an energy in my stomach and started throwing up, and I spoke to a few other people who had also had the same thing going on, and yeah, so our bodies can give us awareness of the future.
I didn't realize that my body was capable of so much pleasure and joy. From the Access Advanced body classes and body work, I was able to uncover and access a level of peace and pleasure and joy with and in my body that I just never even knew was there.
I have been attending the Access Consciousness Advanced body classes with Gary Douglas for quite a few years now, and the gift of contribution that these classes have been to me, my life and my body have been phenomenal. The peace, the ease and the new awareness and capacities that are showing up are beyond anything that I would have ever dreamt possible before.
I didn't realize my body had empathic qualities to the degree it did until my mom had surgery for a major cancer. And I went to her house to help her out and pick her up from the hospital, everything. I was sicker than a dog for about 24 hours. The whole time that she had her surgery and after, I was a mess. And my mom, on the other hand, she was like in her 70s, sitting there on the bed, talking with her friends on the phone, saying, I feel amazing, I don't even need pain meds. And I'm sitting here after my last hurl thinking, okay, this has got to change. So I still can have my capacities of empath and so on, but I do not have to take it into my body anymore, and I can ask these energies, these very powerful energies, to move through me in an easy way and dissipate, dissolve, release into the earth. So I'm so grateful for my empathic capacities with my body.
What I didn't realize about my body was that it was so eager to respond. Yeah. So every time I go to advanced body class, there's just more of me showing up. And in the bedroom, I gotta tell you, these access body processes, they do work. Whatever you do, don't come to an advanced body class, because the sex life will be a lot more juicy and orgasmic if you do. But who would want that, right?
What the first advanced body class that I did for me is it gave me a sense of peace and a sense of happiness and a sense of being in my body that I'd never experienced in any other way before.
I didn't realize how much nature and the energy of the gift that nature is actually means to me. And attending the body class, the advanced body class with Gary Douglas here in Stockholm a couple of weeks ago, allowed me to have even more of the joy of actually receiving from nature. And I also realized how much my body and I actually are that energy. We are the exact same energy as the flowers, as the tree, as the animals, and I like it.
I didn't realize that my body was my friend and that it desired to contribute to me, and that everything in my life would get easier the moment that I actually started to include my body more. I always had my body as this thing that I had to handle or deal with, and there were always issues, and it was just this annoying thing in my life. And now that's completely different. The advanced body class really just created a different space where things in my body that had been stuck for years, like old injuries and stuff, just started to disappear, and I started to have access to a different possibility with my body where I was just more joyful with it. I started to have a lot more energy, and really everything's just been getting easier since then.
I didn't realize that my body was capable of being created. I actually thought, well, one, that it hated me and that it was solid, that things were really hard to change, that I had to do things the right way, but I was always judging that nothing I did was ever right, even though I was following the rules. Having the awareness that I've received this year that we create our bodies every day, that every day your body's like new and you create it, and it's only solid and unchangeable by these things that get locked in, or these points of view that we have. And I didn't realize that my body was a miracle.
I have a different appreciation of following the energy and what that means. It really is my body sharing with me where to go. I ask, hey, if I buy this plane ticket, will it be fun for me? Body, will it be ease for us? Will we enjoy it? Like, I include my body in it.
In that listening and communication, I am learning what my body likes to eat, and I learned that everything that I was eating wasn't what my body actually likes. You could have blew me over with that one. And so then I actually started listening to what my body wanted to eat and changed my body dramatically and very, very specifically just by listening, and listening to the amount that it would like to eat, which is only like 4 or 5 bites versus, 6 or 7 meals a day. And that was news to me. My body only requires like 1/16 of what I thought it used to require.
I never realized my body has its own consciousness. The thing is, before Access, I always thought I have to force my body into a certain shape or certain weight and how it would look like, and I would always mold it into the way I think it's good for my body. However, that doesn't really work, because no matter how hard I try, it's just never going to be the way I wanted it to look, because that was my head speaking. And the cool thing is the body processes, bars, and all the tools and Access allowed my body to have a completely new, different body shape, which is totally different than how I thought it had to be.